Hello and welcome to Comfort Legacies with Faye Michelle. Today we have Miss Whitney, beautiful Miss Whitney. She's going to tell us about herself and we'll move on from there.
All right. Well, so you want me to tell you about myself? All right.
Yeah, name, rank, and serial number. Give us a little background.
Well, I am a proud wife and mom and now author. I live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and was raised in Nebraska City, Nebraska, and moved up here. So Midwest girl for sure.
Midwest, okay.
And our daughter is 15 months old. And she's definitely a joy. We decided to push my book through before I had her, and so it's been kind of hectic. And but we kind of joke that Carlisle was my firstborn, and then my book, and then Piper, our daughter. So I don't know if there's too much to tell about me. I love travel. I love chocolate. What person doesn't? I think there's something wrong with you if you don't love chocolate. But reading, love being outdoors, hiking, that type of thing. I don't know if there's too much more to tell.
And how long have you had those dimples?
Since birth. I think they've always been there. Can't get rid of them, so I just embrace them. Yeah.
Okay. My best friend has dimples. Yeah. So, wow. So we all walk around like this, trying to get one. Awesome.
Yep, they're stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck. So, tell us about Carlisle, the book.
All right. Yeah, happily. So I'll kind of. Here's Carlisle.
Put it right in front.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
All right. Yeah, much better looking than me, I'm sure. But
there we go.
So Carlisle Moose kind of came to be. There's a poem in here that I wrote for my niece when she was just a toddler, and now she is in high school. So some time ago, I wrote it for her when I was watching her, and I can share that with you in a bit. But I wrote that for her, and it was shortly after my husband and I got married. You know, we were just talking about dreams and things, and one of my dreams has always been to be a published author. Now, I always anticipated writing a novel because I never got a children's book, and I started many novels. However, I can never finish them. That's way too much. I can't get to the end. I know what I want it to be, and I just can't get there. So maybe someday. But back to Carlisle, we thought, that poem's really cute. Let's see if we can publish that into a children's book. Wow. And so did some research there, and it didn't seem very plausible to publish such a short poem. I had one company who I ended up going with. They told me, poem's great, but it's probably not long enough. And so I was just kind of discouraged because I thought, well, that's it. I don't have anything else in me. And sat down with the computer just to kind of see what happened. And that's when Carlisle Moose was born. And I originally thought that moose, that the sound that they made, I thought that it was bugling, and I was wrong. So for all you outdoor people out there, elk bugle, moose do not. And it was right after I wrote it, I was like, wait a second, I don't think they make that noise. I asked my husband, he laughed at me, kind-hearted man that he is. And he thought that was kind of funny. And he said, no, I picture it with an actual instrument bugle. And so we gave it an instrument bugle, took it back to the company that helped me get it published. And they thought that was a little bit better still. So anyhow, so that's where Carlisle came from. We did have a giant canvas moose in our house that we had jokingly called Carlisle before. And so I guess that's kind of where the name came from, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So did you go to the literary house?
I went to Faith Publishing. And so
Christian
there
faith.
really is self-publishing, but they kind of help you get everything going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's so many different ways to publish. So yeah. So you went back to that, and it was Christian faith
Yep.
publishing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And how was that experience for you?
Honestly, pros and cons.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I went that way for some reasons, and that, I didn't really know much yet.
Right.
And
Right.
we were trying to get it done kind of quick. We thought it'd be better to get the bulk of the work done before baby. And by we, I mean my husband and I suppose. And so anyway, I went that route. I think if I had to do it again, I'd probably research a little bit more and learn some more options first. But they did a really good job at, they had a publishing team, or illustrating team.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I didn't know much to find my own illustrator. Now I'm trying to do some of my own illustrations, but at that time there was no way.
Okay.
And so they helped a lot with that. They kind of got the IBSN number for me,
Mm-hmm.
and just guided me along the way, did some of the editing and things. So there was definitely good stuff for that, and probably good for my first book to have that guidance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, some of the cons, just sometimes you have to wait in the queue, and so it takes a lot longer than it would to do it myself and get it self-published, just with me kind of pushing it along. So that was one. Definitely price, and I think sometimes you can pay the same when you go a different route and hire your own illustrator and things. So there's the cost piece to self-publishing, but
Yeah, there's a big cost piece to self-publishing with publishing houses, but you can choose.
yeah.
So you can choose a little bit. You can there's a little flexibility in there as far as price is concerned with the illustration, because in children's book, that is the bulk, I believe, of the expense in doing
Absolutely.
a book. So
Yep.
yeah, so that's the most important thing. And wow. But once you do it the first time, you have so much knowledge. So I figure you pay for the education.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. You learn something, you learn to craft something. And you said you always wanted to be a published author.
Yes.
And so not knowing that, you would have probably have done anything to be one. You know what I mean? When you don't know. So you're like, just take me, do me, I have my phone here.
Yeah, I felt so honored that, that they would want to help publish my book. And I absolutely, it was an honor. But they're a company looking for some money too.
Right.
And and so
they're looking for people just like us.
Yeah.
Yes, right? They're looking for people just like us.
Exactly.
I want my book published.
Yeah, exactly.
Come.
Yes.
We love your book.
Yep.
Yes. So how are they with marketing? Do they help you at all at marketing?
So they put out a big marketing blast to people, but that doesn't necessarily do much.
Turn into sales,
and that was the piece that I was looking forward to most, was the help with the marketing, and they can only do so much because they put it out, and then it's up to everybody if they want to take it. They put it out to Barnes and Noble and to those big names, but it's up to them whether or not they're going to put it in their stores. The marketing really falls back on me. That's right. I think it's the same with any self-published author, and I think my understanding, even traditionally published authors, is so much that really does fall back on yourself. And so that's a piece that I really have been working on just more recently. We, had Piper, I had my daughter, and it was like, well, I can't go out and do a bunch of readings right now, in the first month or two of her life. I didn't want to do that. And I didn't, and so I didn't market as much as I should have then. And then COVID hit, and it was like, what do we do now? And so a big pointer, do not publish a book right before a pandemic if you can help it.
Thanks so much for
Definitely
that.
didn't see that coming. But actually, I probably should have capitalized on it more with everybody being home, than I
Well,
did.
we were
But
all at a loss, we just didn't know what to think or what to do. And I am thankful for this time because it got me an opportunity to get to know people in this type of setting. And I wouldn't have thought of it. This has been one of the most useful platforms and to build a friendship, family ship, authorship, all the ships, you know,
yeah,
because I get a chance to come into your home. I like this little setting because it's just my couch and I can make it feel comfortable. And there's a lot of authors that are really introverted, and some of them are not comfortable in coming out. Yes, and even me, I didn't even push the books at all. I was thinking I gotta go to the schools and read, or I have to go to a library. I don't know, but now I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
because I've gotten to know people, and I know that this is the business side of the book, and it's not just you wrote a book to set on the shelf. And so now I'm just really motivated and excited about that because I feel like this is what we do as
yeah,
authors, because I never had that opportunity to have authors come into the schools for it. I've never seen an illustrator, and I didn't meet any authors until I got older. People can actually feel like they know you,
yeah, absolutely.
and
I just did
know you.
a live video on my Facebook page, and for the first time, and I think it got more more likes and more comments than really most anything else that I've posted. And it was an eye
Yes.
opener for me, just what you were just saying about really just getting yourself out there, and yeah, and just letting people know who you are. And I know a lot of my husband and I have talked about this, some of our favorite authors. We kind of put them on this pedestal, that
Yes.
they're this incredible person, which I think they are, but oh, they're a celebrity and they'd never want to talk to us. And more
Right.
recently, one of my favorite authors, who I read her novels, I reached out to her with a couple of questions, and she was just the most personable, amazing person. And
Yes.
so, like you said, during this time, I have actually gotten to know other authors and other self-published authors. A couple of authors and I have gotten together and created a children's book roundtable book group on Facebook, and so there's about three of us that really talk a lot, and I feel like I've grown these friendships with them, and they live across the
Right.
country, and I've never met
Right.
them in person. And I talk to my husband about some of them as if they're friends that I see every day, and so it has definitely opened up some new opportunities, and it's just learning how to do that because it's so different from what I had expected and envisioned. And I thought I'd be traveling to all these little bookstores and learning how to read my book aloud. And
Yes, you're right.
yeah,
Exactly, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And all of that intimidation that comes with that. So I think that this is a perfect way to build your muscle, your author muscle. Get out there and be ready because you meet so many people like yourself, and I hear what they're doing. I don't know if I want to do that.
yeah,
But now I'm like, let's go. Let's go
right.
together. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you done that I can do? Yeah.
Yes,
And here, let me share what I've
exactly.
done. Yeah.
Yes, I was just off the phone with doing an interview with the lady who told me that next month is Teachers Appreciation Month.
Oh,
So they are having a teacher's giveaway. So I guess whoever they select as the teacher of the month or whatever, the year or however it goes, they're going to be collecting books and giving them to the teachers, a few authors, and they're going to give them to the teacher. And then she can take that back and share it with her class or whatnot, right? So
that's a
it's
great
just a
idea.
small token, but it's to get your name out there. And it's something that they're gifting to teachers. And so yeah, it's all different kinds of ways. And then there's another way where she said that she wants to give away 2,000 books. So much of getting so much to do in order to get your book out there and get known and the stories, and people really, and the kids really remember the stories, So,
Yeah,
and that's awesome.
it's incredible. Even my 15-month-old daughter, like the stories that she remembers, and she knows what's on the next page. And I
Right.
remember stories for when I was young. And yeah, it's neat. I've had a couple people tell me that the Carlisle book is still their kid's favorite. And
Yeah.
yeah, and one of the girls, it's been awesome. I actually don't even know her, the other person I know. And so I thought, well, they're just telling me that.
No. So you have to make sure you send me a copy, autograph.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I did this activity book, and I for my grandson, and it's just got mazes, little stories. I mean, what did they do? Little projects,
That's a great
slime
idea.
projects, edible slime, things that they did during the pandemic.
Yeah,
And
that's a great idea.
so it's just like a little cute little activity book for them. That's this little personal one, but I'm doing one that has like 100 and some pages in it. And yeah, it's going to be, but it'll be mostly black and white. So it'll be fun for them, to scribble in, with names and stuff like that. So yeah, it's interesting. So is there anything, Whitney, that you would tell the audience, some do's and don'ts you could share?
What's funny is I literally just thought of something, and then it escaped my mind. So
okay, yeah, right.
I think one thing we kind of covered, just doing your research, and I probably didn't do as much as I liked. I'm glad with what I got. I'm very proud of what it came out to be, but I think maybe do a little bit more research. Make sure you know what you're getting into. It is so rewarding. If you want to do it, do it. Find a way.
I was going to say, what did it feel like to have that book come in the mail?
So I'm a pretty low key person, so I wasn't like jumping up and down, but on the inside I was jumping up and down. Yeah, it just my heart smiled. Does that make sense? It felt good. It was a dream come true. It felt like a new beginning, because I have 5 more books in the series written, just not published, and I have, I think, 5 other books, just standalone books written as well. And so, yeah, it felt really amazing to do that, to hear the encouragement from friends and family, and then from others who I didn't know, to pat me on the back, and just something you created, it's not, it's
from
not
here.
even, what's that?
From here.
Yeah.
Actually,
and to have something that you love so much and love to do, to be able to just share that with the world. A lot of fun. So yeah, so I think, like I said, kind of doing your research and that, some do's would be marketing, get out there. And that's something that I have failed on many counts, but have also tried to do on others. So, you have wins and you have losses. I did one reading in person. I had a great idea that I would have a bugle, and because he bugles in the book, and I couldn't bugle to save my life. So,
you can just demonstrate it.
Oh my goodness. I had even practiced, and I thought that I had gotten it. And I get up there and I blow on this bugle and nothing comes out. Not a sound.
Don't try it. Just say, this is a bugle.
Yeah, exactly. And I expected, and I thought, you know what, if it doesn't come out, people will laugh and it'll be funny. Nobody laughed. I was like, okay, well, they all felt sorry for me. So I thought I might have to leave the bugle like on the table or at home next time, but not.
Yeah, so if you haven't known, you can pull in another instrument and say, okay, kids, which one's a bugle?
Yeah, there we go. That'll work.
Yeah, true.
That would be good. That'd be
Whoever
a good learning.
finds the bugle, yeah.
So that awesome. Did not work out well. But I think I tell people, don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself. Sometimes it's okay.
It's okay.
And do the lives. Let people know who you are. That's something that I'm learning to do and get over myself. it's okay.
Yes.
You know,
It's all
I can
right.
talk
It's all
to
right.
people in person. I can talk to them on a screen.
You know what I said that I would do, and you might. I said I always have Christmas in the bag. I don't know if you do Christmas, but it's
Yeah.
always ready. So I have my little kits, my little shirts, my little. You can do the same. You're on the site. You see what's going on. You can do your moose with the bugle.
Yeah.
Just creative
Well,
things because the book becomes. Oh, go ahead. There you go. Oh,
I had the poem printed on it for my daughter and for my niece. There was a poem for,
oh.
yeah. So this
Okay.
wouldn't be something that I'd be, just handing
Giving
out by
away.
any means. But
Right,
for the
right.
special, for my daughter, I got the poem on there. I'll have to share the poem with you.
Or not only that, when you go for your readings and stuff like that, you can have it set on your table or whatever, so as
Right.
a
And
mascot.
we're doing, I did donate my book last year to a local charity silent auction. I
Yes.
did that. And then next year, my kids go to a Catholic school, private school, that they do a silent auction every year. And so my nephews and nieces and nephews, I'm not sure if I said that right, but so we're planning on doing one of these, my sister and I, and giving the book and doing
Yes,
a gift for kids
absolutely.
that way.
I love that. Hold him up with the book again. See, now look at that. Yes. That's awesome. See, so yeah, there's so many ways. Your book actually becomes your calling card. The rest of it is the business aspect of getting it out
Right.
there. Yeah, so you are the book now, The book came out of you. Now it's in paper form, but now you're the walking book where you have to walk and talk the game now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so awesome. And I've enjoyed our time together. And you said you did a soft launch, right? A book
Yeah,
launch?
I did.
Yeah. And was that like online? Do you just did
Um,
or did you go out?
I did mostly online, just kind of blasted it wherever I could. Um, and I kind of wish I would have done something bigger. But next book.
And we're gonna do like a scavenger hunt or something. She's gonna talk about the book or whatever. So
Okay.
maybe you might get into that and try to see what it's like and
Yeah.
help other people launch their books.
Yeah, that'd be great. So
Yeah, and it's on his little belly. Read it from
yeah,
his.
so this one. All right.
Oh, awesome.
Do you know that I love you? Do you know that I care? Do you know that I'll always, always be there? Do you know that I'll miss you if you ever go? That's what I want you to know. So that's what
Aww.
started it all. That's what started it all.
So that's what you initially wanted to do the book on, right?
Yeah, yep. Initially
So
was
how
doing
many
that one.
lines is that?
Oh, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, 5 in the book. You could
Okay,
do it different.
5.
Yeah.
So
So I kind of pictured. I had a grand idea that you could record your voice and do it, and that just
you
was not
can.
effective.
You can do that.
Yeah,
You can do that.
I know, but I looked at price and I thought,
No,
not
no,
for
no,
my
no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You can download this app. It's free. If you go to AD, I think, Recorder. I downloaded it. Well, it's AD Recorder because I have an Android.
Okay. Yep, me too.
Okay. And it's like Audible.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. So that's my tip for
Well, I'm
today.
glad I'm on this show. I'm learning so much.
That's right. That's what I'm here for. Okay. All righty, my dear. I will talk to you later.